start.
You then, tell me, and be quick about it. Did you or did you not know that the proclamation forbade all this?
I did know. How could I not? Didn't everybody?
And still you dared to disobey the law?
I disobeyed because the law was not the law of Zeus, nor the law ordained by justice dwelling deep among the gods of the dead. What they decree is immemorial and binding for us all. The proclamation had your force behind it, but it was mortal force, and I, also a mortal, I chose to disregard it. I abide by statutes utter and immutable, unwritten, original, God-given laws. Was I going to humor you or honor gods? Sooner or later I'll die anyhow, and sooner may be better in my case. This death penalty is almost a relief. If I had to live and suffer in the knowledge that Polynices was lying above ground, insulted and defiled, that would be worse than having to suffer any doom of yours. You think I'm just a reckless woman, but never, Creon, forget. You yourself could be the reckless one. This wildness in her comes from Oedipus. She gets it from her father. She won't relent.
We'll wait and see. The bigger the resistance, the bigger the collapse. Iron that's forged the hardest snaps the quickest. Wild she may well be, but even the wildest horses come to heel when they're reined and bitted right. Subordinates are just not made for insubordination. When she defied the general order, Antigone had already gone too far, but flaunting that defiance in my face puts her beyond the pale. Who does she think she is? The man in charge? Have I to be the woman of the house and take her orders? She has brought death sentences upon herself and on her sister. Yes. Ismene is involved in this thing too. The pair of them, my own sister's daughters, in it up to the hill, but neither seed nor breed will save them now. Get Ismene out here. She was inside in the house a while ago, raving out of her mind. That's how guilt affects some people. They simply break and everything comes out. But the barefaced ones, the ones who defy you more when they're found out, they're worse again.
Will it be enough for you to see me executed?
More than enough.
Then why don't you do it quickly? Anything I have to say to you, or you to me, only deepens the wound. I never did a nobler thing than bury my brother Polynices, and if these men weren't so afraid to sound unpatriotic, they'd say the same. But you are king, and because you are king, you won't be contradicted.
So you know something no one else in Thebes knows.
They know it too. They're just afraid to say it.
But you're so high and mighty, you've no qualms?
None. There's no shame in burying a brother.
Your brother Eteocles also died in the war.
My father's and my mother's son, yes, dead.
And dishonored when you honor Polynices.
The dead aren't going to begrudge the dead.
So wrongdoers and the ones wronged fare the same?
Polynices was no common criminal.
He terrorized us. Eteocles stood by us.
Religion dictates burial for the dead.
Dictates the same for loyal and disloyal.
Who knows what loyalty is in the underworld?
Even there, I'd know my enemy.
And I would know my friend. Where I assist with love, you set at odds.
Go then, and love your fill in the underworld. No woman will dictate the law to me.
Creon learns of Haemon's death. My lord, you come bowed down with grief enough, but you must brace yourself to suffer more.
What can be worse than worse? What has happened now?
The one who brought your son into the world has taken leave of it. Your queen's life blood is on the palace floor.
Let the hounds of Hades lick it. Why am I clamped like prey in the hungry jaws of death? I'm a kill that death has made and attacked for the second time. Your words are like tooth and claw. Say again the news of the queen.
Eurydice's corpse is revealed. It doesn't need to be said, it cannot be hidden.
Mother and child both. I have wived and fathered death.
No, my lord, she dealt the stroke herself. The sword was two-edged, and so was her grief for her two sons, for Megarius killed, defending Thebes, and Haman, who killed himself. But then, as the dark stole down over her eyes, she called you death dealer and cursed your name.
Why doesn't somebody take a two-edged sword to me? The dark is on me too. I'm at bay in guilt and grief.
Death dealer, she said, because you and your doings felled her children.
And then she raised her hand to do the deed.
When she listened to how Haman stabbed himself, she went and took your own sword from its scabbard and buried it in her heart.
Let every verdict be pronounced against me. She was guiltless. It was my hand on the hill, my hand that drove the blade. Take me out of your sight. I am nothing now. Forget me. Treat me as nothing.
This is right, if right can ever come from wrongs like yours. This is good. When the worst has to be faced, the best thing is to face it quickly.
The quicker it comes, the better. I want to hurry death. I want to be free of the dread of waking in the morning, waking up at night. All I pray for now is the dawn of my last day.
Bear with the present. What will be, will be. The future is cloth waiting to be cut.
I have still prayed my prayer.
You have prayed enough. There is no protection. You courted calamity. Resign yourself.
Take me, hide me, blindfold me from these and keep your distance. Everything I've touched, I have destroyed. I have nobody to turn to, nowhere I can go. My recklessness and pride I paid for in the end. The blow came quick.
Wise conduct is the key to happiness. Always rule by the gods and reverence them. Those who overbear will be brought to grief. Fate will flail them on its winnowing floor, and in due season teach them to be wise.